How does this footage make you feel?
Well, I'm not sure still what I'm seeing, if this is the good or the bad.
So this is...
It still feels bad if it's good.
Well, it is bad. Okay. This is the egg industry. So if you think about the eggs that we eat, when they lay an egg and it hatches, is 50-50 chance it could be male or female, right? And the eggs that are worth something that can make them money are the female, because they can become hens and lay eggs too. So these are all the males. Probably,
wait, don't tell me they're being killed.
They're being chewed up and macerated. So, when someone says that they're vegetarian and, oh, I only eat eggs, well, unfortunately the reality is that half of them die, and then the rest of them are enslaved in cages to make food for us.
But why are they allowed, I mean, not allowed, but why? I thought that when you eat eggs, they never get to be a chick.
No, they're hatched because, when these women, females, when they are exhausted and they die, they need to replace them, right? So they let a certain amount of eggs hatch to replenish everyone, and then they go through the excruciating process of living in cages and just being exhausted. If you thought about it, the female reproductive system better than I do, but if you had a baby every day, that would take a lot of resources out of you.
Wait, is that really what they free range? Because when you think free range, you think they're on this lovely idyllic farm.
It's good marketing, right?
But that's not really what it is?
So these are free range, because all free range really means is that
you're not in a cage.
Yeah, so they can cram you in a big huge house where I can peck at you and I can't move, and I'm wallowing in your feces, you're wallowing in mine. Like, it's not a good place. Would you say that?
I'm dizzy looking at this.
Yeah, it's
Would I say
it's tough.
What?
Would you say just in general you're against animal abuse?
Yes, and I am, but I do eat eggs.
Sure. Do you think someone can be against animal abuse in their heart and yet consume the products from the meat, dairy, and egg industry?
Eventually, no. I mean, eventually, if you want to be aligned in your heart, mind, and soul.
It's like you've done this before, because one of the things that we say is, we want people to realize that maybe their actions aren't aligned with their morals.
No.
But this is something that 3 times a day, I can make a difference. I can save an animal's life. I'm choosing to purchase and support this industry when there are alternatives. It's just the absence of picking skim milk and whole milk. I can pick oat milk.
I do that. I don't drink regular milk. But so even if I know this is, so if I ate egg whites, that doesn't make a difference. It's still coming from
This is mother cows being separated from their babies.
I know, and
because they have to. Wait, so it sounds like in your heart you're like, hey, I get it, right?
I totally do.
So, and even if you didn't know any of these practices today, and today's the first day you ever found about it, what do you think would be some of the barriers to get you to go vegan? Because it wasn't a one-day process for me.
It would be knowing the right foods to eat.
Okay.
It would be, because I'm type 2 diabetes, I want to make sure I'm getting enough protein.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And maybe also, I want to go to a farm. Maybe the more time I spend with the animals, the more I can feel connected to them. Because we're not connected to what we eat,
Sure. And they wash off all the blood, and they they call it a pork chop instead of that was a pig. Do you think you need to have a connection with every animal in order to not harm it?
That's a good question. I don't know.
And I'm definitely practiced, so I'm going to hit you with some leading questions, but I'm not judging you. I'm just trying to elicit your own thoughts here.
Those are good questions. I don't know the answer to that.
So to me, I don't like every animal in this world, right? If there were a snake here, I'd be scared. If there were a tarantula, I don't really want any part of it. But I think that they deserve the right not to be messed with. Just like you have the right for me not to assault you.
Yes,
you have your own rights. Should we allow cows to drive and vote? No. But they have the right not to be messed with. And that's, there's so many wrongs in this world. This is a chance for us to make a difference.
When I lived in India, the cows are sacred there.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of stores. They get treated very nicely. Nobody eats the cows.
Okay. Yep.
Nobody eats the cows. And then it was easy because I was in a whole culture where everybody was cow is God, and it just was conducive.
Yes, and we if it were an emergency or a bit of...
Not that that's an excuse, but I'm saying...
Fair,
yeah,
but I mean, a lot of people don't go vegan because the biggest one is taste pleasure. It tastes good. The other ones is, well, convenience or cultural. My mom made it at Thanksgiving.
Oh, no, I
but
don't have that.
But we live in a society where we do have choice. You know, we're in Stamford, Connecticut. I can go to a million different supermarkets, and there's an Indian restaurant down here that's great, and I can choose not to harm. So I agree, though. There are barriers, but would you say convenience or
Not
are those okay?
Because I go to Trader Joe's and find alternatives, like you know, I eat the cauliflower bread, and so I do make some smart choices.
So,
but I sometimes crave meat.
Okay, so here's another one of my pre-canned questions. What if instead of I miss the taste of meat, and that's how you justify it, right? You know, it tastes good. What if we swapped it out for smell? I really like the smell of meat, so it's okay to kill the animal. It sounds weird, right? But it's just another one of our senses, right?
It's true.
Yeah, and I will say I'm a bit of a foodie as well. That was a hard thing to get over, but man, now it's like on autopilot. I've been vegan since 2018, and you know, there's Ben and Jerry's ice cream. There's meat replacements. There's so many alternatives out there. It's just not doing that harm or not and having that conscious thought. And it sounds like, hey, you're like, I thought about this. It's what's that last part that would get you over the hump? What do you think? So you said maybe getting your protein or you know, maybe the health aspects. Is that something you're concerned with? Sure.
Yeah.
So
and I do eat the tofu, but I don't always eat it.
Fair.
Yeah.
I am not a health expert.
Yeah.
But I will say that every person here in black is vegan and has likely been vegan a long time. And am I the pillar of health? No. But I feel better now than I ever have been. Part of it's my soul, and I just feel good, like you said, you know, lining it. But I can tell you with authority because there are the World Health Organization and major dietitian and nutrition societies that say, hey, for any stage of life, you can be healthy on a vegan diet. Just like any well-planned diet. Just like any well-planned diet. You probably know plenty of people that eat the standard American diet. They have chicken nuggets, they have a little bit of salad, whatever. You can have an unhealthy diet in anything, and I can do that being vegan.
Totally. I mean, so a vegan doesn't eat anything with a face.
A vegan doesn't eat anything with a face, but we also
so no fish either.
Correct, and also in what we wear. No down coats, no leather, because that's exploiting the animals as well. You know, it's not a diet; it's a lifestyle that, to the extent that is practical and easily practiced, that we can end animal abuse. So we're sticking up for their rights because they don't have a voice. This is actually the group.
Why are they wearing a mask?
So, have you ever seen, like in the news, I think it's called the Guy Fawkes mask. You know, the anonymous movement where they had hackers that hack into things and shut down. You know, there's a wrong in society and they go after them. So I don't know if that's the exact thing that why they started. I don't know which group started first, but we picked these masks to anonymize us. When you come up, we want you to focus on the atrocities that are happening here, not the people that are there. So we want you to engage with the footage, and then, you know, having meaningful conversation with guys like me, instead of, you know, and plus, you know, when you're walking in Stamford, you probably don't see people with weird masks on all that often.
It's true. You're in a good location here.
Yeah. What, you know, so what other things, you know, there's the health aspect. Yeah, it's not. I've been vegan since 2018, and it never. If I think about it too much, it messes with my head.
Oh God, I ate an egg today, so I'm like so guilty.
Well, I guess.
I mean, come on.
My goal isn't to make you feel guilty. It's to evoke change. What are the barriers? How can I help and facilitate you to become vegan and come out here and stand up for them? Where there's so many wrongs in this world, whether it's, you know, police beating people up or the poor, this and that we always feel like, man, I just hear bad news and I can never affect it. This is something that we can turn vegan, and hundreds of animals every single year go into your mouth. And then you can come out here on the streets with us in camaraderie with good people and make a change to others in the life. Think about when you were a kid, when you were in that grocery aisle.
Yeah.
How many different types of milk were there?
I don't know, 2.
Right. What are there today?
I know, you can't even keep up with how much.
Why do you think that is? That there's so many more choices?
The dairy industry has more cows? I don't know.
the reason you see oat and hemp and rice milk and soy.
Because more people are not drinking.
Right. So
there is a demand.
It's a supply demand. Those businesses will supply anything. There are dairies industry that are buying up plant-based offerings because they're losing business. They want to make money. They have no morals like you and I. So when people like you and I say we make a choice not to support this, the industry's changed, and that's why you see so many products on the market now. So we can make a difference, and it is something that's ever increasing. And
I agree.
Yeah.
I do.
So.
But where's my next step?
Yeah, you know, what's great about this group is not only can you come out here and volunteer and feel good about it, but there are places like nutritionfacts.org.
Well, that'll be helpful to me.
Yes. So again, I'm not a health expert.
Yeah.
But you can, on a whole foods plant-based diet, it's been known to reverse diabetes.
I know.
You know, you probably have studied and said, hey, how do I fix this? So there are many health benefits to going vegan, and also in terms of, you know, your
aging.
Well, aging, yes, I guess, but I was thinking more of your mental health.
Well, that is totally, you need that.
These are a bunch of different documentaries that are generally free, or if you have Netflix, you can watch. And Vegan 22, actually that website's no longer, they changed it. I think it's challenge22.com. So I went through this process where if you have Facebook, it's free. You get a mentor that is vegan, just a random Joe like me or a woman, and say, hey, what questions do you have? Hey, let's go through making meals. Oh, how do I make pancakes without an egg or without, I don't even know how to make pancakes. You know, they go through substitutes, and if you have health questions, there are registered dietitians, professionals, to say, hey, don't listen to Bryce, who's a random guy in the street, but if you have Crohn's disease or whatever it is, they will say, no, this is how you would address it in a safe way. So they call it Challenge 22 because it takes 21 days to form a habit.
Oh,
and then hopefully on the 22nd day, just like going to the gym and working out, you know? But if it's in your head to make a change, that's the first step.
I know.
What's your name?
Dina.
Dina, I'm Bryce.
Bryce.
It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You know,
I don't have money to give you now.
Well, we're here of our own free will.
Oh, okay.
So
no, it's just because I had to go to the library. I don't have any cash on me or anything.
We're not here soliciting for money in any way, shape.
Okay.
We're here to do outreach.
I just always feel guilty if I've taken your time up and then I don't donate something.
To be honest, it warms my heart to think that I'm making a difference. To be honest, so
thank you.
The biggest joy that you would give me is to come back and be like, hey, I get it, and I'm vegan now.
Would you say that you don't have to go cold turkey? You could do little bits at a time?
Some people will come out and have such an incredible reaction. They're like, bam, cold turkey.
Yeah.
Most people, though, I think if you asked all the activists here, it probably was a gradual process.
Well, the eggs, I think you got me today.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, this one, it looks like it's showing eggs and dairy. You can go to the other side, it's probably showing the meat industry. But most people, it's a gradual change. But just know that the longer it takes you to change, the more that your actions are contributing to the animal abuse in the world.
So sad.
But it sounds like you do have the motivation. It's more of how. So now that you have the why, it's the how. So places like Challenge 22 or nutritionfacts.org, you can go on the internet, you can start Googling. There's plenty of Facebook groups for support, and people say, how do I do this? Generally, vegans are a pretty welcoming group. They want to help people, and hopefully you've had a positive experience here, and you'll come join us someday.
My therapist is a vegan too, so maybe I'll talk to him about it.
That's probably a good start. It was very nice to meet you, Dia.
It was nice to
Have a great day.
Too. Thank you for what you're doing.
All right,
I really
come join us.
Thank you.